Hi YouTube, my name is Evan, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you some uses for your leftover CNC grids. I just made a new guinea pig cage a few weeks ago, linked up here and in the description. And after I made that, I did have quite a bit of grids left over. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you some of the ways I've used my leftover grids to make cheap modular storage. So first off, I do recommend getting the max amount of grids that you can get when you do buy some for your guinea pig cage. For example, some will say for a small size cage or a large size cage, like I think 60 grids is the amount that came with the pack that I bought, and I would recommend getting that one because these grids, as you'll see, are very modular. You can make them work really in any situation that you might have, and so for me that makes them a great storage solution. So instead of buying maybe like an $80 small piece of furniture, instead I could just build this thing in the way that works best for me. I personally love organizing things maybe more than the average person, so I got very excited when I realized all the different things that I can make with this. So let's get right into it. And before I go, I just want to say real quick to subscribe. Thanks. That's it. First, I'm going to show you some ways that I've used these grids in the past. Now, of course, I can't show you because I've moved and changed the configuration, but I'm going to show you some pictures just so that you have an idea. So the first one that I want to show you is actually something from the last apartment that I lived in for college, and this is a simple 4x4 setup of grids with 16 cubes, and this was the very first setup that I had. I had this before I even made a guinea pig cage out of these grids, and I thought this was a much better replacement than the big dresser that I had here before to have my socks and everything. This one I was able to compartmentalize everything, and it just made the room feel a lot bigger. So yeah, this is the first design that I had back in college, and you'll see there are some of them where I did want a flat bottom, which of course these grids do not have, so I just put a cork board there to fulfill that purpose. And then of course, like I've been saying, this whole storage thing is modular, so as soon as I had to move, all I did was take off all the connector pieces, cut off the zip ties, and then I was able to take this with me wherever I go. Okay, so now you're going to look at another setup that I used to have. This one I used to have in my room back at home, so really this was not that long ago. And yeah, you'll see this one is a lot more unique of a setup. There's a storage bin here on the left for foam rollers and stuff, and then on the right I have it kind of open so that I can put things that I need to quick access, like my phone. It's right there. It's kind of like a little nightstand, but you'll see from this one, it's not a clean 3x3. It's kind of like a funky shape, but that's the great thing about these grids, is that you can make them look however you want them to look and make them really work for you in your space. Here's a grid setup that I made 1x3. I put it right next to my dresser. And then here's the 2x2 setup that I put inside my closet. So hopefully you can get a glimpse of just how modular these things are, because you really are able to make them work for your space, whatever that might be. And I'm about to show you actually the different ways that I've made them here in this apartment. So yeah, I think this is a great storage solution. I personally love it. And yeah, let's just go look at what I have made here. So this apartment came with a lot of closet space, which is great, but it was open space, and I really wanted to fill it with shelves. I was kind of upset that there are no shelves, but that's where the grids came in. They came really useful. So let's look at the first thing that I made, and this is the pet closet, I guess you could call it. So I have the guinea pigs, of course, and then my partner has a fish tank. So this is where we put a lot of the stuff that we need for both the guinea pigs and the fish. There's a bucket for water, there's some guinea pig things in there, and then if you look a little down, we have, there's hay in that bag, wood shavings, some extra pet food, a really big bag under there, under this, and then just a bunch of extra stuff. There's a little tunnel for guinea pigs there, and in the back there's some potting soil, because we do have plants as well. And that's what's great, is because before all of this was just on top of each other, and now I'm able to have these two things that I get often in the front, as well as we do have the other space on the top and a divider between this. And I actually ran out of grids, which is the reason there's an open space there, but it's great because that means I have access now to the back through that open space. And yeah, that's it for this closet. That's the setup I have. It's like 3 grids tall is the space, and then on top you have one more. So now I actually do have another closet here on the top. So let's look in there. Barely tall enough to open it. And here we go. So you see the setup that I have right here is like I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 grids. So there is no back, and it's not the most stable, like it doesn't have a bottom, but it is stable enough. Like I have, I think, 2 zip ties on each edge, and just I have no worry that this is gonna fall. But what it does do is organize everything. Like that's kind of it. It's just really great. Like I have here on the right side, I have a bunch of shopping bags behind everything because this is only 1 grid deep and there is space behind. I have a bunch of extra backpacks, but you know, your space, you do whatever you do. And just like, I don't know, I have no words. I just love it. There's so much organization here. And yeah, just here's a little bit better look, I guess. So we'll just go next is into my room. Let's go. Now we're in my room, so I'm going to show you something that I made, not for in the closet, but for outside. And I was actually like really proud about this. That's just the wall. It's like a little sock box, I call it. So here on the top is where we put the socks, and on the bottom, to show you, is an open space. So we actually have a pull-out bin in it, but let me just pull that out so you can see. This is it. So on the bottom we have no connector pieces, that way it can like slide around the floor easily, and then the top part is completely enclosed, so the back just lifts up like this. And this is great because I just get socks so often throughout the day, like just to walk around the apartment, and it's just, I don't know what to say, it's just super easy to grab everything from here. And then we have the bin space in the bottom just in case, just to give it some extra weight, because this is pretty easy to knock over, but with that there, it's a little more sturdy. So now that I've shown you that, the last thing we're going to look at is the closet right here. And hello, here's my clothes. But underneath here we have another grid setup. It's actually a 3x2, but you can't see it. This is my side here, so let's just look at that. I actually have divided, see right there, there's a grid in the middle, so there's 1 square, and I have it divided in half. And then here's another square, and that one is divided in half as well. And that just divides like the shorts from the shirts, and yeah, I really just keep doing the same thing in each of these, like getting so excited by how organized it is. I have no other words besides like this is super helpful and I love it. I even have like an old Amazon box here. I zip tied it to the grids just to have like some hangover storage here. That's what I love about it. Like you can really just do anything with this. And if I just go up above my closet here on the shelf, I have another grid set up. And this is just like those outer grids, and there is one in the back as well. The reason they're not both in the back is because I ran out, but you don't really need it. You just need to have that second tiered shelf at the top, and I have jackets and other stuff up there because there is no way I'm going to need that right now. So there's actually one more that I can't believe that I forgot, and it's in my kitchen. So right here there was another like closet space, and made some extra shelving for it. So it's just like this really tall space here, and on the bottom, just like the one in my room, I have nothing on the like no connector pieces on the bottom, just so that it can stand on the grids instead. And it's too wide here. I actually put the trash can here, but I don't have it here because it looks trashy. And then like up here we have some Swiffer things, like pad replacements or Swiffers. And then up here I have some trash bags and space on the right for broom. So yeah, I can't really believe that I forgot this. I was so excited when I made this. Also, by the way, because I did not mention it, like to put a grid in the middle, and this one isn't exactly in the middle, it's just enough to fit a box for trash bags. But you just zip tie, instead of using those connector pieces, you just zip tie to all of the 4 corners. And you'll see here on the top I also zip tied on, and it's very sturdy because you don't always need the connector pieces, but you'll see like in the back I have them, but you don't need to have them on absolutely every single corner. As long as it feels stable, definitely use the large cable ties to get it to be very stable. But yeah, here you go. I was so excited when I made this. I just love all of these things. And that is it for my video. Thank you so much for watching it until the end. If you would like to, please leave a comment down below with any questions or comments that you might have about what I did or how to make your own. And remember, I did say before that there are some different kinds of grids out there, some that look nicer than these, which I will try to find and leave in the comments down below. Otherwise, make sure that you like the video, subscribe, and hit the bell icon, that way you don't miss more videos. And also leave a comment down below if I've spent like too many videos not talking about guinea pigs. Other than that, I'll see you all next week. Bye!